Wow, both pick Aeon. I mean, UEF. Big surprise on this one. This map really grinds my gears because I don't understand why everybody likes it so much. It feels like there's nothing happening. It's just you have big units walking into each other. I feel like there's no strategic variation. You have like 4 auto-win cheese builds that you just have to learn and know how to counter. And if you counter that, then you just like keep your ratio of NGs on mexes, pigeons, and factories. And then you just no-brain scale up into Janus and Titans, and then you just walk into each other and fight and make a T2 arty bait. And it's so annoying. I do not like it. I feel it's just like the same sort of strategic variation any other 5x5 is going to have. I would much rather watch a Willy game than a Crazyrush game. That is my take on Crazyrush. And now that that's over, we can talk about the fact that Tex, in fact, went for a first bomber, which is actually a rare occurrence, I think, on Crazyrush. But it's generally countered because people makes early scouts a lot quicker on Crazyrush than most other maps because of the absurd damage that early labs or an early bomber can do if you don't prepare for it. So it's even though it's a map where you would think an early bomber would do a major impact because of the impact of losing so many early engineers, the fact it's so powerful in turn makes it less powerful because it becomes a standard meta thing to do. I think UD did miss that. Oh no, he's actually going to be able to dodge. Oh, he didn't dodge with that engineer, but he didn't. He only lost one. That was actually a good second pass on the factory as well. But now UD knows that his tank can do some solid damage as long as it doesn't run into the ACU. If he has a good sense of where the ACU is based on the spread of the blips, he might be able to at least get an NG kill. Nice, he dodged every single ACU shot for that micro. And now he's going to respond by going in the back. And Tex has actually decided to make a second bomber. I think that's going to not be very healthy. What can he? Because he can't do anything with the second bomber since Yudi's already got the AA up. I mean, he can hope to God that he ends up getting a great NG clump in his first pass, but it's just going to immediately die right after that pass. I also really do not like the way Tex is spreading out his mexes. Yudi's got the way more traditional spread of going across because you get a much easier time scaling up the mexes with that, since you can just have your engineers build more sitting in one spot, while Tex is going kind of in a circle, and that causes your engineers to have to stand on the mexes, and it just gets really awkward to get them to go where they need to go to make the grid any larger.
Am I too late for the action?
Yeah, the game's already over because it's Crazyrush, so.
Sounds
No,
like you
not.
really explained them what's going on. So why is this bomber from Tex going all around the site?
That's his second bomber.
Ah,
He made first bomber,
how
and
much did
he
it kill?
bombed. It killed 2 NGs and damaged a factory that was building a third NG.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it was basically like it's not like a damaging first bomber.
Okay.
But
Oh,
it's enough
this
that it
bomber
doesn't
from Uni
lose the
completely
game.
overshot.
Yeah.
Also, what? Okay, so I guess Tex got out from the start. He has 3 factories, more build power. This max kits is a lot bigger as well.
Yeah, but it's a really awkward mech grid.
Yeah, true, but it's still an advantage, I'd say. Only in the future will it start to pay. Oh, that's a nice bomber as well. Sadly, it's UEF. Actually, it will still kill as well. Engineer. Judy is walking his ACU forward, by the way, for if you haven't realized.
Oh, I know.
And he's also just going permanent bomber spam, which makes
And
sense.
Tex's tanks have like completely gone around him,
Yeah, he has no
which is
IP.
actually really good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, now
Oh,
he's...
now he should know. Is he gonna make a PD to respond or anything like that?
Okay, so... These bombers from Yudi did great damage, by the way. Tex has way fewer engineers than Yudi has now. Although he's about to raid with his tanks, but Yudi has some... has his own 3 tanks to protect. So it didn't take that much damage. A new bomber comes in, kills 5 more engineers. Tex seems...
yeah, he's done.
Well, the thing is...
I don't understand how he can...
Well, I think he might go for the draw. Yuri doesn't have any supporting units. Yeah, I feel like Yuri was going in because he was like, well, I have to try to delay him or do something because I'm massively behind. But it's still Tex. So it's...
Well, I mean, the problem is he went first bomber and then like made 3 NGs and then he made another bomber. So he just wasn't behind because of that sheer fact.
Wait, Judy went first bomber?
Yeah, he went first bomber.
Oh.
And then he made...
Okay, that changes a lot. I like the Tech 1 bomber going for Tex as SU. It's definitely.
I mean, it's the correct thing to be going.
Yeah, he needs more though. He needs to hard assist that bomber.
He can get away. He can shift G in front of his ACU and block it.
He can also kill his own tanks. Yeah, the thing is, even if he shift G, it's still a net loss, right? Because he kind of suiciding all his units, and now Tex is going to go on the offensive.
I don't think so. Dude, he lost like every engineer in his base. What's the factories? It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
like
7.
6? Yeah, with the 1 air factory,
7
so
versus
6 land
9
factories.
at the moment.
By the time this stuff gets in, it's not going to be enough. Especially since if you look at it, it's half Lobos.
That's true. The issue is Tex just started to make engineers only from his air factory. And look at the amount of pigeons he has. It's like 20-ish at most. At minute 7.
Yeah, you stop scaling with it.
Yeah, like he has so many maxes, but he just doesn't have enough pigeons at all. Yuri has at least double his pigeon count. Tex walked all the way to the right with his ASU. I think you should have tried to kept chasing Yuri, eh? Also, how many vetoes do people get?
It's 3 vetoes per player until the last map when it vetoes down.
I'm surprised.
And if you're asking why he didn't veto Crazyrush, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I think he probably vetoed every 20x20 instead, probably.
Wait,
Something
let me
like
take a look at the map list. 20 by 20. Roanoke, Emerald Crater, Mentor, Norfair. These are not all maps that he should need to veto.
I'm just telling you what
I know. But like they're not big. They're not necessarily big macro UD style 70km maps. They're more like
the maps he probably has way more experience on than UD does.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. So not vetoing Crazyrush is definitely a mistake for Tex here, I think.
Oh, this bomber got through.
It did, but there's still the static AA.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, it got away. It could have bombed a clump of like 4 NGs.
Yeah.
Too.
But like at this rate, like clumping bombing single clumps, it's still good, but it's not nowhere.
It did nothing.
Oh, it just failed. But it's nowhere near as crucial, right? Let's see if there's tech 2 lands from Yudi coming up. I feel like...
Did Yudi build an E-storage yet? Doesn't look like it.
I don't see one.
He could try to just shift G on his ACU and walk in with his ACU and just hope they got it in the first draw.
I mean, maybe if Yudi overextends from that position, but right now it doesn't look like it. He's close enough to reinforcements that it should be fine. Does a bit of a counter attack, sniping some engineers. Although not too many damage was done.
It looks like that's what he's going for. He's using all 3 bombers to go for Yudi's ACU too.
Yeah, but his SU is too far away. Oh, don't shift G there, Yudi. Imagine if the bombers went for that.
Yeah, if it was just a little bit to the right.
Like, the thing is, there's not enough units and the SU is too far away. The bomber is doing nice damage, but it's not enough. And look at the back of Texas base.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
That's not very beautiful, is it? No, that's toxic.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I, but I just call it toxic and that's good enough.
You just laugh along and hope no one asks questions.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Ha 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 ha. I'm fine. Good game. Yes.
That's toxic.
Me.
You almost got a vet.
Almost a comeback.
Was that was a Yuri pick? Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have to double check. I mean, you would think that this map would get vetoed against Yuri too.